Hello, dear Squid Game fans. As you know, the first teaser for Season 3 has been released, and we all have the same questions on our minds. What's happening in that first game? What's the deal with that labyrinth? How were the teams formed? And who's on whose side? Don't worry, we're going to break down everything we know about that mind-boggling first game from the teaser. If you're ready, buckle up. Here we go. The arena is a deadly labyrinth with two missions. The most gripping part of the teaser was undoubtedly the scenes set in that massive, claustrophobic labyrinth. It seems clear that the first game of Season 3 will take place here. So, what's the deal with this game? According to leaked information, though not 100% confirmed but highly likely, the game might be called Trap. The players are divided into two teams, the blue team and the red team. Each team has a different mission. The blue team uses keys to navigate the labyrinth, unlocking doors to reach what's likely an exit point or specific targets. Their mission is to escape and reach the goal. The red team, on the other hand, is given knives. Their mission is simple but brutal. Hunt down and eliminate the blue team members in the labyrinth. This setup, especially for characters like Diron on the red team, seems poised to create a major moral dilemma. Having to hunt others to survive, we can already feel the tension. How were the teams formed? Who's on which side? Before the game begins, the players are brought to a room with a machine containing colored balls. The color of the ball they draw, blue or red, determines their team. Thanks to the teaser and the sharp-eyed fans' analyses, we've largely figured out the key players on each team. On the blue team, familiar faces stand out. There's our sailor, Rue, player 388, the ambitious and somewhat grumpy old wolf, player 100, Meeundi, known as Mizzy Coin, player 333, player 120, who stood out in Season 2, and Mrs. Lagan's son, Ionic, player 007. But the real surprise is the Oracle, player 044, who's on this team with their own followers. It seems the Oracle has formed their own little cult and will operate as a separate group even within the blue team. This team has both good and highly dangerous characters. On the red team, the rebellion's leader and main character, Diron, player 406, takes the lead. Alongside him are his pregnant wife, John H., player 222, the universally hated but somehow still surviving Nangil, player 124, Ionic's mother, Jun, player 149, and Minsu, player 125, who abandoned their partner to die last season. This team, too, is a mix of good, bad, and those whose allegiances are still unclear. With Diron's leadership and their role as hunters, things are about to get even more complicated. Things get messy with the possibility of team switching. Just when we thought the teams and missions were set, a tiny detail in the teaser turns everything upside down. In one scene, we see Meeundi, player 333, whom we know is on the blue team, wearing a red vest. What does this mean? It could indicate that switching teams during the game is possible. Perhaps under certain conditions, players can change sides, or maybe this is the result of a betrayal. This possibility could completely change the game's dynamics and make the question of who's a friend and who's a foe even more critical. Don't assume everyone on the blue team will be taken out just because Diron is on the red team. It seems things will be far more complicated. The season's start will be breathtaking. In short, Round 6's third season looks set to keep us on the edge of our seats once again. This deadly hunt and escape game in the labyrinth will ramp up the tension between characters, giving rise to new alliances and betrayals. The possibility of team switching adds a whole new dimension to the game. We don't yet know exactly how the game will conclude, whether there's a time limit or what the winning team will gain. But one thing we do know, this first game will set the tone for the rest of the season and will likely force us to say goodbye to some characters we love or hate. For more details, all eyes and ears will be on the main trailer, set to drop at the Totem event on May 31st. Until then, don't forget to share your theories and thoughts. I'll be back with more updates as new information comes in. For now, goodbye.